A few months ago, I made a video comparing SAFe and Scrum, and you left a few questions. What's the difference between the SAFe Scrum Master and the traditional Scrum Master? Are these two roles the same thing? Do they do different things all day? Is the SAFe Scrum Master just a Scrum Master with additional scaling responsibilities? Today in this video, I'm going to clarify all these questions and also put to rest all the differences, compare both roles, the SAFe Scrum Master and the Scrum Master, all the differences and all the similarities. My goal here is not to say which one of these frameworks is better. I'm just comparing these two and giving my insights. So let's start with some context. Scrum is an iterative approach to product development where you take a big project and break it down into small segments which will then be completed by small cross-functional teams over a period of time. Whereas SAFe, which stands for the Scaled Agile Framework, which is a set of processes, best practices, and principles that allow organizations to adopt different agile frameworks, Lean, Kanban, even Scrum, extreme programming to produce high quality and valuable products for customers. SAFe isn't Scrum. You can still use SAFe without using Scrum. Yeah, you heard me right. When agile teams in a SAFe environment don't want to use Scrum, maybe they are using Lean or Kanban, the SAFe Scrum Master doesn't need to apply or even know Scrum. Yeah, a Scrum Master that doesn't even know Scrum. You're starting to see why this SAFe Scrum Master name is misleading. And there's more. SAFe defines the role of a Scrum Master as a servant leader who coaches, teaches, and supports the agile teams to use these different agile frameworks, Lean, Kanban, extreme programming, or even Scrum, whereas the Scrum Master is only coaching and supporting the team in using the Scrum framework. So technically speaking, the SAFe Scrum Master needs to have a wider knowledge of the other agile frameworks. Another major difference is that the SAFe Scrum Master's priority is not helping the team or supporting the team in creating higher value products for their customers. No. They focus more on improving performance, improving the flow, predictability of a team, the velocity of a team, and quality. Now, we all know how it works in big organizations, especially when you're implementing Scrum. And Scrum, the focus, the highest priority is to focus on delivering valuable products to the customers. And even in big organizations, it's hard to do when using Scrum. Because the directors, management, they always want to focus on going faster. How can we cut the budget and still go faster? And it's really hard to focus on quality and value to the customers when you need to go faster. Now imagine using a framework like SAFe, where the priority is not even value. Imagine how value will be impacted by this. As mentioned earlier, the SAFe Scrum Master helps the team implement SAFe, whereas the Scrum Master helps the team implement Scrum, not SAFe, only Scrum. And the SAFe Scrum Master is only working with a single team. The whole priority is to implement SAFe and the agile framework that the team picked to use, wants to use like Kanban or Lean. That's their focus, whereas the Scrum Master is supporting the team but also supporting the organization, helping to spread this agile way of working throughout and Scrum throughout the organization. It looks like the SAFe Scrum Master's role is a lot easier, working with a single team and not even caring about the whole organization, but that's not totally true. The SAFe Scrum Master supports a single agile team but also is part of the agile release train. Yeah, that's not in Scrum. That's something related to SAFe. In SAFe, where the SAFe Scrum Master would have to collaborate with other SAFe Scrum Masters to identify and remove impediments, dependencies, and risks. Participating in the Scrum of Scrum event, enabling teams to adopt SAFe and making this agile release train work, which is not an easy task. Another major difference is facilitation, which is a major part of the role of a SAFe Scrum Master and also the traditional Scrum Master. But in SAFe, many events happen at the program level involving all the teams in the agile release train. So the SAFe Scrum Master needs to ensure that all these teams can collaborate effectively together. Time box all the events, dependencies, identify the dependencies, remove the dependencies. In SAFe, it's the role of the team to fix any issues related to dependencies between teams. But the Safe Scrum Master is responsible for managing all these interdependencies. The Safe Scrum Master also needs to support the Agile team in preparation for other program events such as a system demo, inspect and adapt, program solving, workshop, and many other things. What you're seeing on the screen right now is Safe. It looks complex, and it is complex. Remember, the Scrum Guide is only 14 pages long. 14 pages long. You want to implement Scrum, you want to be a Scrum Master, you read 14 pages, and that's the only thing you need. Compared to Safe, the Agile Release Train. And this, what you see right now on the screen, it's complex. By now, I'm sure that you're realizing that the roles are very different, and Safe is not scaled Scrum. No. They are very different, because in Safe you don't even need to use Scrum. And the names Scrum Master, Safe Scrum Master, and Scrum Master, why are they even the same name? In Safe you don't even need to use Scrum, so why call this person a Safe Scrum Master? It should have been called a Safe Team Master instead. But still, there are some similarities, starting with servant leadership, teaching, coaching. Both the Scrum Masters do these things with the team and always helping the team, supporting the team in improving and having this growth mindset. Second thing is impediments. The Safe Scrum Master needs to identify the impediments and remove the impediments. Compared with the Scrum Master, which helps the team, supports the team in identifying and removing the impediments. Not the same thing. There's this mindset in Scrum that everyone is responsible to identify and remove impediments, not only a single person or the Scrum Master, because when this person is not available, well, the team is blocked or slowed down. Then next is self-management. Both the Scrum Masters help the team, support the team in being self-managed, deciding what to build, how to build it, who builds it, and by when to build it. The Safe Scrum Master also helps the team be self-managed in interdependencies, inter-team dependencies, this coordination part over the Scrum Master. The Safe Scrum Master is responsible for this coordination, but there's still an assumption that everyone should be responsible also, not a single person. Everyone should help with communicating between these teams in this Agile Release Train. And last is the process. The Safe Scrum Master ensures that the team follows the agreed Agile process. And if a team doesn't do that, the Scrum Master can intervene and make the team use this agreed Agile process. Whereas in Scrum, no, it's not the same thing. The Scrum Master is here only to support the team in using Scrum and to promote Scrum. That's it. If a team decides not to use Scrum or use it wrongly, the Scrum Master can force them to do it. Which brings me to my next point. If you want more tips, insights on Agile Scrum personal growth, click on the video that stands out the most on the screen right now, and I'll see you in a few seconds.